Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Playlist. It's Friday, so you guys know what that means. It's time for me to share the games I have been playing during the week with you. I've got three titles to share with you guys this week. Two of them I'm putting a lot of time in. The first one here, I've only played a little bit of the game, but I got PlayStation 2, PS4, and Xbox One. So I've been playing three different consoles this week. Of course, like always, I'd like to hear what your guys' thoughts and opinions are on the games that I share with you guys. I'll let you guys know my thoughts on them. I'd also like to hear what games you guys have been playing lately. And if you have any recommendations on a game you think I should try out, please let me know because you guys have suggested some wonderful games over the past year of me doing this series. And I have a nice little list going of games for me to keep an eye out for. So, this first one here for PlayStation 2, I heard mixed things about it, good things and bad things for it. I wanted to finally try it out for myself. I actually had to have it special order because it's hard to find a copy locally. And that was Dark Angel Vampire Apocalypse, which is like a new, brand new copy. Like I don't even know if it was played. I mean, that's the quality of it. But this is a top-down action RPG. Plays like similar to like Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance type of games, except this really doesn't have any story. Like as soon as you turn the game on and start, it just literally throws you right into battle, and you're fighting all kinds of evil creatures and stuff. But it says a dark prophecy unfolds in the land of Gothos. Hordes of vile monsters terrorize innocent villagers. You are Anna, the dark angel of retribution. You have 1 year to defeat the armies of the Shadow Lord. Collect an arsenal of powerful weapons to banish evil from the land forever. Do you have what it takes? And so this is an older PS2 game because it actually has a blue back to it. So you know this is one of the more towards the launch of the PS2 days. And the reviews I heard about this is just people did not like it because it doesn't really have much of a story. It's mostly just gameplay, the top down hack and slash, which I love. Not much of a, that deep of a story to it. So if you're a fan of games that have story and stuff and not just into just mindless running around and killing and hacking stuff, then I really wouldn't recommend this game for you. I just like this kind of gameplay, so I don't care too much for the story. I mean, it's nice when they have story and stuff, but I just like the hack and slashing and bit. And I heard from people, someone said like on 100 hours, 200 hours or something, maybe even 400 hours to beat this game. I don't know, but either way, it'll keep me busy fighting all kinds of different creatures. I do like that there's a nice variety of weapons, though. There's swords, there's maces, there's axes, all kinds of different weapons. I haven't even discovered everything, obviously, in the game. And I heard that there's this 1 year timer, but it really doesn't matter because when the final boss does appear, he just literally sits there and waits for you. So you can do all kinds of the other extra stuff that are in the game world. But yeah, if you're a fan of the hack and slash series and you're not really into the games, I would say get a copy. But I really can't recommend it just because it's not that wonderful of a title. So if you play, let me know your thoughts on it. But Dark Angel Vampire Pocket is a pretty basic hack and slash game. It could have been so much more. It had potential to be amazing. There's some great mechanics in this. Had they just added a story into the game and did a little bit more polish on it, this could have been just as amazing as the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games, your Diablos and stuff like that. Had they just polished it more. Really fun title from Metro 3D. I don't even know if these people ever made any other game other than this Vampire Apocalypse game. Not sure. Like I said, I can't really recommend it to you unless you're just a diehard hack and slash fan like I am. So just go around mindlessly killing crazy things without a huge story. If you're into that, pick it up. But if you're into story and stuff, I wouldn't recommend this one to you guys. So there it is for PS2. Next up for PlayStation 4, I've been putting a lot of time into this game. I recently got it at my local game store. I had to have an order, and that was a copy of Samurai Warriors 4, which I love the Samurai Warriors series. I beat the first one completely. I beat the second one. I beat all the expansions for that. I've been playing Samurai Warriors 3, but it was only released on the Nintendo Wii in North America. I don't know why I didn't get a PS3 or 360 release. So I've been playing that, and I've always wanted to get Samurai Warriors 4 because I heard it was on the PS4. And when I finally got a PS4, was my goal was to finally track a copy down, and I was able to get one this year. So awesome. This has over 55 characters, has a lot of wonderful game modes. It has a normal, the Musha mode, but it's broken up differently than previous one where you just pick one character. This one you actually play as like a story of like that whole clan, and some of them have like only 4 missions, some have like 10 or 12, and there's all kinds of different story stuff to unlock. As you beat parts of the game, you start unlocking more, and you actually can play two characters at a time. You have your main character, and then you have your sub character, And what I really like about this is that sub characters actually running around the map with you, and you can actually issue commands. Like you tell them to go attack somewhere, you can tell them to guard, and then you can actually on the fly switch between the characters by going into the menu and hit switch character. So that's really cool. And you get a selection of like 10 or different characters in different missions based on the story and the time. So sometimes those characters cycle in and change. So there's not always, just the same character you can play as. But, of course, you have a leveling up system, so you can level your guys up. You can level up their weapons. You can actually go into shops and buy new weapons, and you can buy stuff to upgrade the weapons, which I really like. And as you play the game, you'll unlock more characters because there are 55 samurais in the game, all with unique personalities, weapons, and stuff to go through. And I've just loved this series. I just like the hack and slash Dynasty Warrior games, and I've been having a blast with Samurai Warriors 4. It's so awesome. They also have create a character. You can create your own character, which I did, and there's a little story mode that goes to that create a character mode, which is cool. You can also play this online, which is cool, which I don't have PlayStation Plus, so I won't be playing it online. You can also play co-op, of course, but fantastic game. I love the Samurai Warriors series. So happy to finally have number 4, and just so many wonderful additions to this game. They combined, besides just the Musha mode, there's other like an aggression type mode, and I just love the mechanics in this. If you guys like this series and you've not played Samurai Warriors 4, definitely get a copy for PlayStation 4 here. Wonderful game. It is awesome. And it's only on PlayStation 4. It's not on the Xbox One. This is one of those series that they only released it for Sony consoles. Definitely get this if you're a fan of these. It's a wonderful game. The next one we're going to share with you, I just recently got, thanks to my wonderful wife. That was Mafia, the Definitive Edition. So this is the HD remake of the original classic from PlayStation 2 and original Xbox. And this game is awesome. All new graphics, all new voice actors. Now, I haven't played the original one in so long, so I don't remember. I mean, it's basically the same game. There's obviously going to be some little differences and some cutscenes that might be a little bit different, but still same wonderful story set in the 1930s. How you joined the Mafia and going through the story. Now, this is not like a Grand Theft Auto game. This isn't really open world. I mean, you can explore to some degree if you go to like the free mode, but there's not all kinds of like side missions. This is a linear story base. The whole premise of this game is playing through and experience the story of the game, which I'll just read it for you. So this is part 1 of the Mafia crime saga, 1930s, Lost Heaven. The classic 1930s crime drama remade from the ground up. Rise through the ranks of the Mafia during the Prohibition era of organized crime. After a run-in with the mob, cab driver Tommy Angelo is thrust into the deadly underworld. Initially uneasy about falling in with the Solari crime family, Tommy soon finds the rewards are too big to ignore. So, he gets the allure of being part of the mob and the money and that kind of stuff. And I don't really want to go into the story at all. I don't want to ruin that for you, because like I said, this is a story-based game. But I just was wanting you guys to know the elements. It does play like kind of controls like like a typical Grand Theft Auto type of open world game as far as how the mechanics and playing the game goes, which they definitely refined the controls and updated them from the old PS2 and Xbox days. But let me tell you though that this game is not easy. There's different there's like easy, normal, and hard, and then there's like a classic mode where you can play it with the classic difficulty of the PS2 and Xbox One games, or the original Xbox ones, were really difficult games. This one is still difficult. I've been playing it just on normal, and the missions and stuff can be difficult, but it's really fun. I like the aiming system in the game. There's a variety of different weapons you can use. You can also do melee and fight guys and do takedowns on stuff. Really fun game. There's also I like the voice actors in this game. Now, some people I know were upset because they changed from the original voice actors from the old PS2 and original Xbox voices, but I do like the new voices. They're done really well. I can't think of the guy's name, but he does the Don Solari in the game. He was in Law and Order, and he also was the host of Unsolved Mysteries after Robert Stack. I just can't think of the guy's freaking name. Like, I'll think of it after this video, but he's one of the voice actors in it. And overall, the voice acting is done really well. It has a wonderful story. But like I said, I just want to let you guys know that it does not play like Grand Theft Auto as far as like it's not open world and you can just go do like 50 side mission stuff. It's really just linear, based around enjoying the story and running through it. But I've been having a blast with it. I really like the 1930s settings. I like the old cars, the old music of the time, the gangsters, the prohibition. I like that era of stuff. So if you're not into that, you like the old modern stuff, this might not be the game for you. But if you ever were a fan of Mafia dramas, you like these old classic mob movie type of thing, because that's basically like an interactive movie is what I would like classify it as. Like, definitely pick up a copy of this. Now, this is kind of tough to find a physical copy of, just because it had a small print run. My wife was lucky to be able to get me a copy at Walmart. Like, all the GameStops and stuff are sold out. Target, local game stores, everybody's sold out of copies. So happy to have a physical copy for this. This does have 4K Ultra HD and HDR and Xbox One X enhanced, which it looks beautiful even on just my regular 1080p TV. Fantastic. I love the lighting. Now, this game really shines at nighttime when it's raining. The graphics are just amazing and look wonderful. Now, I heard that there are some issues with this Xbox One version, like sometimes there's some shadowing and ghosting that goes on, which I noticed a few graphical glitches here and there, but it really has not hindered my appreciation for the game. It hasn't changed anything that I love about it. Like, it hasn't really impacted my gameplay, so for me, I'm okay to have the Xbox One version. But if you have a choice, the PS4 version is the superior version of Mafia Definitive Edition. Can't wait to play through this game. I've been running through it. I'm on chapter 10, of which I don't remember how many chapters there are. Now, there are a lot of collectibles. I think there's a couple hundred collectibles to find. Some you can find if you do free mode, just running around in the world, and some are specifically based in the story, which if you don't get them, you miss them. You have to go back. You can always replay chapters and replay that mission to find those collectibles, which there is a collectible guide. There is a strategy guide for this, which I have for the old Mafia game, but it's buried, so I don't know where it is. So I may end up buying another one here on eBay, so I could use that to find the collectibles. I don't know if they've added any new collectibles from that weren't in the old one. They're in the new one. We'll have to see. Otherwise, I can always use, go online and look up the guide or something for it. But fantastic game. Highly recommend. This is an amazing game. After I beat this one, I'm going to want to play number 2 and then finish up with Mafia 3, because they're all wonderful games. But definitely check out Mafia Definitive Edition. Wonderful game. So, as always, we do a quick little recap. I talked about Dark Angel Vampire Apocalypse. This is a top-down hack-and-slash RPG. Not very deep as far as story goes. It kind of just throws you into the world. So if you're, you like to have more story in your games, this probably wouldn't be the one for you. I just love these games, so I can just play it mindlessly, hack and slashing at night and beating up creatures, just because I like that kind of gameplay. I've heard there's like 100 to 400 hours to beat this game fully, so that kind of intrigued me when I heard that, just because I like long games, and I don't have to have a story for me to be able to enjoy it. So for me, I like it. Like, you might not enjoy it, so I can't really recommend it to you unless you're just a die-hard fan of those kind of games like I am. So looking forward to playing that more. We talked about Samurai Warriors 4. Wonderful game in the series. Over 55 characters. Has the story mode. You have a created character. Has another story mode just for that created character. There's other game modes in there. Tons of stuff in this game. A lot of content. Been playing a lot of this, keeping me busy for hours. Can't wait to fully beat this one. Highly recommend Samurai Warriors 4. If you're a fan of this series, you have to get it. It's amazing. Awesome. Pick up a copy. And then the last one we talked about was Mafia Definitive Edition. A wonderful remake, remaster of the original one that was released on the original Xbox and PlayStation 2 with updated visuals and graphics. Now, like I said, I just want to let you guys know this is not like, like a Grand Theft Auto game. I mean, it plays similar to it, but it's not open world where you can just go around and there's 50 side missions and racing and ambulance and taxis. It doesn't have all this. This is all story focused and playing as Tommy Angelo and going through how he joined the Mafia and stuff. Highly recommend you get it. Great story. Has some wonderful stuff. So let me know your guys' thoughts on these 3 games. If you guys played them before, what your thoughts on them. I'd love to hear what games you guys have been playing, and if you have a recommendation on a game you think I should play, let me know, because you guys always recommend wonderful titles. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. Have an amazing day, and Sleepy will see you guys next time.